What's up, guys? We're gonna be doing a 2019 Evil Eye deck profile for you tonight. Not really sure on how I'm gonna go about doing this, but yeah, let's get started with it. So, to start everything off, obviously, we're gonna be running 3 copies of Serziel, Watcher of the Evil Eye, literally the Stratos of the deck. He searches out any Evil Eye card in the deck. Also, a neat little effect when he's equipped with the Evil Eye Selene. He can quick effect pop 1 special summon monster. And, running 2 copies of Medusa, Watcher of the Evil Eye. Again, she's an alright card. Graveyard recursion of any Evil Eye card in the graveyard. When she's equipped with the Evil Eye Selene, she just becomes a DD Crow and banishes from the graveyard. But at the standby phase, like Serziel, you do have to pay a cost. With her, you banish a monster from your graveyard. With Serziel, you destroy. I'm going to be running 2 Basilius, Familiar of the Evil Eyes. Easy special summon whenever you control another Evil Eye monster. Helps mill out the Evil Eye spell and trap cards from the deck. Just to work with Medusa's other summon effect. Thinking of running only 1 Katoblapaz, Familiar of the Evil Eye. It's only a decent card. It just protects your Evil Eye spell and trap cards from destruction until the end of the next turn. Nothing too fancy. Special summons itself from the graveyard once it's sent there. Not that great. Might bump it down to 1. Next up, we're going to be obviously running 3 Ash Blossoms because everybody it's a staple in any deck that you're running, I think. It's also great to out your opponent when they're doing searches or anything along that line. Also running 2 copies of Juraghetto into the deck. It's great for this deck because it has a 500 life point cost whenever you activate any effect of your Evil Eye monsters when they're equipped with the Evil Eye of Selene. So with these guys, during the damage step, you can special summon it from your hand to the field. You gain 1,000 life points, and then you can tribute it as a quick effect as well to boost up your monster by 1,000. But the tribute is a hard once per turn, while the special summon from the hand is during the battle step, which is really nice to help bump up those life points, especially with this deck. That's it for the monster lineup of the deck. We're going to move on to the spells now. Evil Eye Domain, the Pareidolia. This card is kind of a playmaker. It helps you search out your Evil Eye monsters if you have none into the hand. Sorry about that. Whenever the Evil Eye Selene's on the board with this card, during the battle step, your opponent would take the same amount of damage that you would take, and also, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can activate its effect in the graveyard to add a Evil Eye monster back from the graveyard to your hand. Yeah, but you can only use that effect once per turn. Next up, literally the heart and soul of this deck. This deck lives and breathes by this card. The Evil Eye Selene, honestly, I think is one of the best cards in the deck. You can only equip it to an Evil Eye monster, but it can't be destroyed. Your monster can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, and your opponent cannot target your monster with any card effects. Each time your Evil Eye monster activates its effect, or each time you activate an Evil Eye spell or trap card, you pay 500 life points, but your monster that it's equipped to also gains a 500 life point bonus as well, which is really nice. So you can beef up those you can beef up your Surziel into something pretty beefy that, it's kind of hard for your opponent to get over. Also, whenever this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can pay a stack and bring it back from the graveyard to the field. So it's really nice, but at the cost of 1,000 life points, you can get it right back. So like it has a great recursion effect. So it's good. I might bump it down to 2, but I see no issue with running it at 3. Obviously, running terraforming in the deck, especially since you want to see domain on your field the first turn. Obviously, it's self-explanatory. Terraforming. Called by the graves because, again, hand traps suck, and you will need these. Your deck will fall to any hand trap. So, running 2 of these in this deck, it's good. I would run 3, but I kind of have my 3rd copy floating in my other deck, so 2 right now is going to be good for me until I get the 3rd copy. Pot of Duality, again, it's a good card. I don't do a lot of special summoning in this deck, so I only really rely on the 1 monster, Surziel. So, having this card just, reveal the top 3 cards of my deck a lot better at the cost of not being able to special summon, so, it's pretty good. I was running Pot of Desires in this build, but I decided to take it out of the deck because I don't like the idea of losing any of my cards face down in the banish pile. It's a risk that I just don't want to take with this deck because, I don't want to banish all the copies of Surziel. Next up is our one-ofs. Evil Eye Awakening. This card, you can special summon 1 Evil Eye monster from your hand or graveyard, or if the Evil Eye Selene is on the board, you can special summon 1 Evil Eye monster from the deck, but you can only activate it once per turn. Again, because if it wasn't a once per turn, this card would literally be probably running at 3 in my deck, just for that boom, activate, special summon the card. It's a good card. Then we have the MST, and I do believe Cosmic Cyclone of the deck. Cosmic Cyclone card of the deck. Evil Eye Confrontation. If you control an Evil Eye monster, you can target 1 spell and trap card your opponent controls and destroy it. And if you do, and then if Evil Eye Selene is on the board, you can banish the destroyed card, which is fantastic. I think this is a good card. I run it at 1, but I would put it at 2. Maybe I'll drop a Selene and throw another Confrontation into the deck to see how that runs. Mask Change, because Masked Hero, oh man, I butchered that. Masked Hero Darklaw. Enough said with that. We're going to move on to our trap cards. Floodgates of the deck, because why not stall out your opponent and make it so they can't play? That's literally the only way I can think about with this deck. So there can be only 1. Obviously, in this deck, you really only just rely on the 1 monster in your deck, which is Surziel, so having this card on the field doesn't really hurt this deck that much, but it'll hurt your opponents a lot, depending on how they play and what they're playing. So, good card in the deck, especially for this variant of the build. The new card, Crackdown, that just came out of Dark Neostorm. Wonderful. I love this card. It's great. It's literally, you activate this card by targeting 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. You take control of that monster, and pretty much that monster can no longer attack or activate its effects. And when this card leaves the field, or when the monster leaves the field, destroy this card. So, I'm running this at 2, but again, just steal your opponent's monster and go into something like Phalanx or an Ixie, depending on what you take. It's just, again, another great control card for this deck. Wonderful card that I think helps this deck do a lot better. Running 2 Evil Eye Retributions. This is kind of like the Salamangrate's Roar. Only I don't need to control a Link monster on the board to activate it. I just have to control a Evil Eye monster. But this only stops spell and trap card activations. And if Evil Eye Selene is on the board, you can no longer, this card can't be negated. The activation can't get negated from this card, which is wonderful. Obviously, going to be running 2 Solemn Strikes in this deck because, again, this is a control-based deck, and I want to have as much control on the board as possible, so why not stop your opponent's Inherit Summons on the field, because, yeah. Running 1 Solemn Warning, obviously, because it's only at 1, but, again, more control-y cards. To finish off the main deck, we have the Evil Eye Defeat. If you control an Evil Eye monster, you can target 1 monster on the field, or up to 2 instead if the Evil Eye Selene is on your field. Is it? Well, yeah, obviously is on the spell and trap card zone. And then you can return them to the hand. So, again, activate this. Your opponent has a board and there's something on your on their board that you don't like. Flip this boy over, pop the 2, send them back to their hand, and just really disrupt their day. That's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, we're running 2 copies of Zerziel, Ruler of the Evil Eyes. He takes 2+ Evil Eye monsters, but if you link summon this card with a monster with 2600 or more, he gets the ability to make a second attack during the battle phase. If he's equipped with the Evil Eye Selene, he has the ability to destroy 1 card. Oh, yeah, well, it's a quick effect, and you can target 1 card your opponent controls and destroy it. So, pretty much just like a beefed-up Zerziel, in my opinion, but he's still a decent card. I don't really go into him that much. Double Bite Dragon, kind of just in there. It's just a just-in-case kind of situation with him. Your generic Link Underclock Taker. Security Dragon, again, another 2 monsters, bounce 1 card back to the hand whenever it's co-linked. It's pretty nice. Decode Talker, again, a really good Link monster. Only running 2 of the Nightmare packages, Phoenix and Cerberus, but, I mean, you get a Spell Destruction and a Special Summon Destruction off of this, and a draw 1 off of their effects if they're co-linked. For my Ixie monsters, I only run rank 4 stuff, but I run the 2 Utopias in the deck, both alternate artworks. 3 of the Time Thief Redoers, just because I can go into this pretty easily. And why not steal stuff off your opponent's top of their deck and add it to material? Did you know? Gives it a chance of them not getting into something that they need. Yeah, it's pretty good. 1 Utopia, the Lightning, because why not? And to finish off the deck, it's going to be with Masked Hero, Darklaw. Again, banish their stuff that gets sent to the graveyard, and then, you know, banish 1 random card out of their hand, so it's pretty good. But that's about it for the deck profile for my control-based Evil Eye deck. I'll probably be uploading another video of my version of my Mayakashi control zombie deck sometime in the near future. Hopefully I get a good feedback with this on this video. It's the first time doing any recordings like this, so it's gonna be a little awkward in the beginning, but I mean, hey, gotta start from somewhere. But yep, that's everything. So yeah.